So, hello and a good day to you. My name is barryanakbarim. This is the barryanakbarim podcast. We talk about real life stories from real people. The podcast is available on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. You can listen to the other episodes by searching for the barryanakbarim podcast. For the 10th episode of the podcast, together here with me is a special guest who loves to create content about Sarawak, with 93,000 followers and growing, and 800,000 likes on TikTok and growing, and 30,000 subscribers on YouTube and growing. He has marked his place as one of Sarawak's favorite content creator. He needs no introduction actually, but I'm just gonna introduce him. But let us welcome Nick Jansen of Global Gibbon. What's up, man?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Woo.
Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Thanks for the invite.
Woo. Woo. How was it, man? Like, you had fun last night. Probably gonna talk about it.
Yeah, well, I might throw it in. My voice is a little bit low because I had a little bit of beer last night and even some calamansi apparently.
Oh, calamansi. You love it? Like, are you a fan of calamansi?
I'm a fan of the lime, the calamansi itself.
Yeah.
I'm not a great fan of langkau. They put langkau in, right?
Yeah.
But as a mix, it's not too bad. I just didn't like the somboy, that sour plum or whatever they put in.
Yeah.
But it was all right. After 2 glasses, I went back to the beer.
Okay. What are the langkau varieties that you have tried besides calamansi? I mean, just pure langkau.
Just pure. That's it.
Just pure.
Pure.
Have
Yeah,
you
a
tried-
long time ago. But
Have you tried with honey?
no, I haven't. I think over the past years, a lot of these new varieties
Yeah,
have
new
popped
varieties.
up.
Yeah.
But I haven't really had langkau for years.
Ah.
I used to work at a longhouse in Batangai, so once in a while there was some langkau, but that gave me many headaches over days, and I've decided not to drink it anymore. So I have not been in the field of drinking langkau, so I don't know of all these new flavors, I guess.
Nice. Okay. So, welcome, Nick, to the podcast, and thank you for saying yes. Let's kickstart with how do you usually start your day?
Well, I wake up
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll see what's up with my son, which is
Milo.
Milo, yes,
Yeah.
he's either still sleeping, but usually he wakes me up. So then I hang out with him for a little bit, put him in his playpen, or we do something. And then when I have the time, I'll go make myself a cup of coffee and have a cup of coffee. And that's kind of how I start my day. A cup of coffee and a kiss for my son.
Nice. How many glasses of coffee do you drink? Like, just
in a
one?
day?
Yeah, in a day. More.
5, maybe 6. Sometimes.
Oh, that's a
depends
lot,
on the
man.
day.
Depends
It
on the
depends
day.
on how early I wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
On a quiet day, maybe 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. So coffee is like your starter.
Oh, yes, my life
like-
elixir.
Yeah.
I need it.
If
Yeah,
you don't-
in the morning, yes, for sure.
If you don't have coffee, you're not gonna survive. the
Yeah, no,
day.
my eyes will close and I'll get grumpy. So
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
I definitely need coffee.
Yeah. Understand, man.
Thanks for this one.
Hey, no problem, man. It's all for the guests, the special guest for today. Okay, number 2. I've been watching your video, so I know that you're a big fan of laksa.
Right.
So share with us, man, your favorite laksa stall. Where is that?
That's again, well, that's a tough question, and in Sarawak,
question.
that is a very tough question because you can't. There is no best laksa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's my favorite? I don't know. I really don't know.
Chongchun?
Yeah, Chongchun and Chung Hui. They're all right. They're good.
Yeah.
And yeah, honestly, I do love laksa, but I don't eat it a lot.
Oh, you don't eat it a
Lately,
lot. Okay.
I used to eat it a lot, and then kind of maybe it lost its charm for a bit. You
Right.
have these periods where you eat a certain food like
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
I haven't had laksa in maybe 2-3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking a little break maybe, but maybe I'll have some laksa after this. Actually, now we're talking about this.
Nice. I mean, it's good to kill off the alcohol last night, man. Yeah, it's the best cure. Okay. It's either Chongchun or Chung Hui. So yeah, your go-to for laksa.
That's it.
Okay, number 3. The first Iban word you've learned.
The first Iban word I've learned, probably something like ai, like water,
I
ai,
Mhm.
or jalai.
Jalai.
One of those basic ones.
words. Yeah.
Yeah, something
Mm.
like that.
Okay. All right. So number 4, your favorite Sarawakian word. Ooh.
Sarawakian word.
Yeah.
Well, I have this tagline now, which is Anang Malu. Yeah.
yeah.
That is my favorite. I like
Yeah,
it. And some people say it's I say it wrongly. It should be Anang Malu Ao. But I like. But I've heard people say Iban people say Anang Malu Nya. So and I like it. It just sounds nice, and the meaning is like don't be shy. Just do it or whatever. Have fun. Like and I like that. So that's definitely my favorite sentence or tagline.
How about in Bahasa Sarawak though? Bahasa Malay Sarawak.
I'm always very confused with what is Bahasa Sarawak, what is Bahasa Malaysia, and then another maybe local language. I don't know, Bahasa Sarawak.
Just show me a few words, man.
I don't know many Bahasa Sarawak words. No, you throw me a couple of words. I don't know.
Kami lapar. That means I'm hungry. Yeah. No, that's not my favorite, but never mind.
It's all right.
It's all right, man. Let's go. Okay. This is my favorite question. How would you say berry in Iban?
That would be something like biri.
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 Okay.
Is it?
Okay. All right. Okay, I accept
Biri.
that. Biri. Okay.
Chitty biri.
Yeah. All right. So before we move on, I think let's just open the kueh. I mean, there's lamang and char kueh. Yeah.
Lamang and char kueh. What is your favorite food here in Sarawak?
The OG of OGs. Kolomi.
Kolomi.
Yeah.
And I hear a question for you. What is your favorite Kolomi stall then?
Oh.
Have you had the one next to my workshop on Carpenter Street at Kimju?
Kimju. Yours is at town, right?
Yes.
Your coffee shop's at your shop is at town. Kolomi at town. I would always go for open air lah, but I never.
Open air is good, yeah. And they have some COB with it.
Yes, and soya bean.
Soya bean, I don't like soya bean. But the problem is, like, sometimes when I go there with my wife, and we eat the kolomi there. It's really nice, and even at night. And we have some COB, and then I just want to drink because with all that oily food, you just want to have a drink. And the only drink they have is soya bean, and I don't like soya
That's
bean.
only
and
one
they have
choice.
no water and nothing else.
Correct.
Yeah. Silly. But it's good. Yeah. My favorite kolomi is, like I said, next to my workshop on Carpenter Street is a place called Kimju.
Okay.
And they make their own noodles.
That is literally right at the corner, right? Kimju, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's almost at the end. You know where Black Bean Coffee is?
Okay.
And Royal Chamber, so it's opposite Royal Chamber, roughly.
Ah,
So
okay.
that kind of stretch. There's a few shops away from Black Bean Coffee.
Right.
And I really like the kolomi. Because they make their own noodles, and it's a bit more sour. It's not the traditional kolomi. It's their own version. And I can eat that almost every day, I do eat more kolomi than laksa these days.
See. Okay. Because I saw your video, you were talking about laksa, and I thought, okay, this guy must be a laksa dude, but apparently you're a kolomi dude now.
I think I've switched maybe a little bit more to kolomi. And again, it depends on the day.
Yeah.
And my favorite Malaysian food used to be laksa, but I think I've switched that actually to rendang now.
Rendang. Ooh, that's nice. I mean, go with nasi lemak. I mean, that's the bomb to me lah.
Or you put it on bread.
You put it on bread?
Not on bread. I like to eat it with bread.
Okay,
I'm Dutch, so I
nice.
I love bread.
All right. Never tried that, but yeah.
And
okay.
it's either with rice, but bread is like my rice.
Yeah. Bread is your rice.
Exactly.
Yeah. I get you.
So it's like with a little bit of bread. It's just nice. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I should try.
That's a little tip for you.
Bread and rendang. Something new. Okay. So Nick, tell us briefly about yourself. Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you, Nick?
Well, I am Nick.
Hi.
What else do you want to know? No, I am from the Netherlands. I'm Dutch.
Right.
I'm an Orang Belanda. I've lived here in Sarawak over 11 years now.
Nice.
I'm married to a beautiful Kuchingite lady.
Beautiful.
Very beautiful. And my son Milo was born 9 months ago. I mean, that's more about my family. What else do you want to know about me as a person?
I mean, you have described yourself. Okay, 3 words to describe yourself.
There's no. Bubbly.
Bubbly. Okay.
No, I don't think I'm bubbly.
Adventurous.
I think maybe adventurous or always happy to explore. social, maybe. Like I like hanging out with people and having conversations and meeting new people and learning about their cultures and stuff like that. And laid back maybe. Like I've realized to take things easy and just be and enjoy life and don't worry too much.
Right.
And work hard. I really like working hard.
Right.
Yeah, and doing a lot of things.
I think the things that you mentioned, the things that you have described about yourself, that is actually why you're still here in Sarawak. Coming to an unknown land, surviving here by yourself 11 years ago. And I think the things that you have mentioned, the attributes that you have by yourself, that is why you're still here. I mean, you could survive anything. And
Well, yeah, I think if you manage to survive in Sarawak as a foreigner for 11 years, I've had different jobs, but it's always difficult to get a job here because you're a foreigner and there's different rules and laws. But yeah, if you manage to pull through, I know other people, and as foreigners living here, there's always struggles and issues and
right.
But it's good, yeah. And if you love it here, then it works.
Yeah.
Something like that. That came out very blur.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
Sarawak works its charm on you, so welcome. Though 11 years later, I mean, I'm still gonna welcome you.
I always find it a bit funny when people say welcome. No, from your point, I appreciate it because you know me.
Yeah.
But I always think it's funny. It's like I go to, like the other day I was in Senior 1 and I walked around, and then people look at me, and I'm with my wife or with friends, local friends, and they only look at me and they say, "Welcome to Sarawak." And like, why do you say that? It's like because I'm white, maybe. And I was like, is that a racist thing to ask or not? I don't know. And I don't mean it in a bad way. Yeah. But I don't tell that to my local friends.
Yeah.
I was.
Do you get annoyed by it? To get it?
No, I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Welcome to Sarawak. Or
Yeah. I mean, for my part, I know you, so it's like, let's go back to 11 years ago. Like,
I know. Welcome. No. Yeah. It's good. It's nice to be welcomed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have a question. How old are you?
How old do you think I am?
I don't know, man. 30-ish, 31, 30.
June 31.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'll be 32 in October.
Nice. Okay. All right. So, Nick, as a Mat Saleh, who left his hometown to live in Sarawak a decade ago, mind to share with us on why it happened? Those who do not know you, I mean, some of them.
Why I came here?
Yeah.
Well, this is probably the story that I've told over 1,000 times.
Yeah.
But happy to share it again. So when I was 15 years old, I came to Malaysia on a holiday with my parents. My brother was in his puberty, so he didn't want to come. He wanted to stay with his friends. So it was me and my parents traveling through Malaysia, West Malaysia, and we came to Kuching. And then we visited this longhouse at Batang Ai. And as a 15-year-old, that impressed me so much, the jungle, the rivers, the people there. And, as our trip continued and went back to the Netherlands, for those years after that, I always thought, it's like, I need to go back to that place. I need to go back to Kuching. I need to go back to Batang Ai because I want to spend more time there. And so I did my tourism studies. I studied tourism, my bachelor, in the Netherlands. And in the third year, I had to do an internship. So I sent an email to that company that organized that trip back in the day. And I said, look, I've been here. I've been to Kuching once before, and you were the organizer of that trip, and I want to come back and do my internship with you guys. Got an email back. Yeah, sure, no problem. Come down. And that was in 2011, so that's 11 years ago. So I consider that as my, first being here. Yeah. And I loved it. I went back up to Batang Ai, had some trips there, and during those 6 months here, I met this lady, and now 11 years later, we're married and we have a son. So that's kind of the reason why I stayed, or I kept coming back to, be with my wife, Magdalene.
Nice. Okay. Magdalene and Milo. 11 years later. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of the backstory.
Yeah, the backstory. Yeah. Okay, Nick. A decade later, 11 years later. So what do you love about Sarawak and Kuching in particular? After knowing this place for 11 years.
Yeah, it's I really like the jungles, the nature, and the greenery. I do like the weather and the temperature. It's always good weather here, and of course that's also a little bit hot sometimes. But it's better than, in my opinion, than like the Netherlands, where it rains a lot. And sure, there's good days as well, but it's on average there's just a lot of rainy days and cold days in the Netherlands and windy days, and here it's just always kind of the same weather, so you always know kind of what to expect.
Yeah.
Which is what I appreciate. I like that about Sarawak, and it's the people here. The people are super nice and friendly, and everyone.
The hospitality.
Yeah, it's a hospital. People are so hospitable, and they welcome you into their homes. They like hanging out with you. And yesterday I was at this smokehouse, and everyone's so friendly. And I don't know these people, but at one point you're dancing together, in a big group, and it's that culture here where, and it's also the family. Situation here. Family is like a huge family.
Yeah.
It's uncles, cousins, and a whole long house. That's my family, and everyone's kind of related here or through uncle or whatever. And it's such a community. And this is why I love Kuching out of other cities in Malaysia, for example, or Sarawak. That's really Sarawakian. So it's people, hospitality. I love jungle, nature, and it's just a good mix of everything.
Yeah, nice. I mean, that is Sarawak in a nutshell.
That's it, and that's what makes it so nice here. Yeah.
You have briefly wrapped up everything about Sarawak in less than 2 minutes. So.
I can go on and on and on, which I do. I've got a YouTube channel with 130 videos about Sarawak. Because there's always more to explore, more to see, and I love it here.
Yeah, man. Nice. Okay, Nick. So what is Global Gibbon? What is it about?
What is Global Gibbon about?
Yes.
Well, that's like it's my brand or whatever you call that. And it started off as a YouTube channel. During the pandemic, during the MCO, I started doing a bit of woodworking, actually, making wood stuff or things out of wood.
Right.
And I filmed that, so it went from there. That's how I started my YouTube channel. Where does the name Global Gibbon come from? Gibbon is my favorite animal, the gibbon, the wawak. And I couldn't call it Gibbon, so I had to come up with a word before that, and it became Global Gibbon.
Global Gibbon.
GG, good.
Okay.
Yeah, and what is Global Gibbon? What is it all about? Like me and my videos, my content. It's about having fun. Like I film me doing things I like to do.
Right.
I go on trips and I film those trips. I hang out with people and I film that. That's more for my YouTube stuff. And I learn or whatever. So my friend is teaching me Iban or whatever, and then I film that. And it's all about like hobbies and things that I like to do. So I just film that, and about my family. If we're going on a trip, I'll do a video on TikTok, which I've recently started, which is it's a complete different platform. I still don't quite understand how it works.
Same.
It's totally different.
Yeah, it is.
And on YouTube, people watch a lot longer.
Yeah.
And the people that follow me on YouTube are more like dedicated to me and watch maybe weekly videos.
Yeah.
And on TikTok, it's the average view time on a video is like 10, 15 seconds. It's flip. And on TikTok I do more. I don't know. That's like my alter ego. I can do like funny videos on there, and I never really think I'm funny. I personally think I can be funny, but on TikTok I can work out those ideas and maybe actually be funny in Iban or in Bidayu language. And it's a great way for me to be creative and get that creativity out of me. I guess. No, it's fun. I just love making videos, and even when I am filming these videos, especially for TikTok, I'm laughing at myself. I don't know why. It isn't funny, but I think it is or something. It's seeing it again. It's just really nice. I love doing it.
I get you, but I think that is who you are, your personality. On the inside, you never thought that you're gonna be doing this. I mean, when you were young, and then now you're like, okay, let's venture into this content creating and see where it leads me to. And look what you're sowing now, man. The seed that you're sowing. Look at where you're at now. You have thousands of followers on YouTube and TikTok.
Yeah, that's silly. If you would have told me before the pandemic, if you would have told me 3 years ago about me being on TikTok and TikTok, I would have laughed. I would have laughed at you. It's like, never, no way, I'm never gonna do that.
Yeah.
But TikTok, for example, has also changed. Yeah. I mean, 2 years ago, it was only dance videos. Everyone just dancing on TikTok.
True.
But over the past year or 2 years, TikTok has really changed and developed. There's just so much content about anything. There's like, it was actually my dad that was on TikTok first. So he messaged was like, "Hey Nick, you should go on TikTok." It's like, nah. I was like, "Are you on TikTok?" He's like, "Yeah, there's like all these woodworking videos and like, you know, all these engineering kind of things and travel videos." It's like, oh, okay. So I started looking at it, and eventually I got on it to do my own content. But it's everything. It's not just dancing anymore.
Yeah. True. It's universal now. We can put it that way.
It's anything.
Yeah,
it's like the shortest version of YouTube, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's anything. Everything's on there.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I remember how TikTok started to bloom, like when you first on the market, and you're like, I'm not gonna be on TikTok because all these people are just dancing.
Yeah, I'd never see myself dancing.
Yeah,
and
same.
it's kind of awkward.
yeah, same. We have this moves that we're just not smooth enough to be a dancer.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm too stiff.
Yeah, stiff. Yes. We're just too stiff to dancing. Yeah. So back then we were like, I'm not gonna be on TikTok. I'm not gonna do dancing moves. But years later, look at where we're at now. We're doing TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah.
What have we become?
Yes. Are you for real on TikTok? Yeah. So now that we're on that subject on TikTok, how did you get the idea, man, of converting English names to IBAN? That's interesting.
That was one of I guess the more viewed videos on TikTok,
because it hits right home.
Yeah. And I had this conversation yesterday as well, where I like making videos in IBAN or about IBAN, because IBAN is the largest community, and even the non-IBAN people here, they kind of speak IBAN as well, or know a little bit. And I speak a little bit IBAN because I used to, work with the IBAN in Batangai. So it's kind of, I'm comfortable with that. I know words, and I can maybe make little jokes in it. And how did I come up with that video where how to pronounce English names in IBAN? Well, I actually saw another video on TikTok. Like one night I was at home, and I think my wife went out to go and do her exercise. I put my son to sleep, and I was at home. It's like, and you know how it is if you're making TikTok videos. After 3 days, like, I haven't done one. I kind of want to feed. I need to feed the beast. I need to do another one. So I was like, okay, what should I do then? And I felt like wanted to be a bit creative. So I was scrolling through TikTok, and I saw this one video about how to pronounce English names in IBAN, and it wasn't a very popular one or whatever. But I like the idea, and I think they did it a bit different. And then I just took a few names down and some other names from, people that I know, and I know how the IBAN would pronounce their name. So I kind of, knew how to pronounce them. And then I was just in my living room, and I filmed it, the English version, and then I filmed the IBAN version where I just put a singlet on, and I've got the bunga terong, which that helps as well, I guess.
Yeah.
I put a little towel on it, and that became my IBAN alter ego.
Yeah, alter ego,
And that's how it was. And I think part of why it went viral, was because the last one was Robert.
Okay.
And Robert, maybe the IBAN would pronounce it as Rulbat.
Yeah.
And then I kept getting these comments saying, it's like, Nick, do you know that Rulbat in Bidayu means, a person's behind?
Yeah.
And I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's the thing with it, for videos to go viral, you need to kind of know a little bit what works, and you need that little bit of luck. And this ending, which I didn't know, that was a luck thing, so it kind of also hit home to the Bidayu, and so that's kind of how it how these things work. And it's very funny.
Nice. I mean, when I saw the video, right, like, I've seen this a lot from locals, but never seen anyone from any Matsale doing it. And oh wow, okay, this hits home. Like, wow, you've captured the hearts of Sarawakians. I'm like, the way you pronounce it. I'm like, oh yeah, man, this is what I've been hearing all the time, and you've nailed it right on the spot. And
Yeah, because I've heard these names for 10
Same.
years, right? So this is how it is.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's so that it's it's like you said, it's home. It's reality.
yeah,
And I'm not. I'm trying to. I try to make funny videos, but I'm not making fun of.
Yeah. Of course.
People. I make fun of myself. It's an alter ego, and it's maybe a specific culture or group of people. But yeah, like.
Yeah.
And I see that in the comments as well. People are not, saying, "Oh, you're a real racist" or whatever. It is not fair. No, they don't. They don't say it.
Okay.
And everyone's so positive, and then they like it.
Oh, yeah.
So that's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another beauty of Sarawakians. Like we don't really condemn people much unless you've touched sensitive issues.
Or if you're an outsider, that doesn't understand maybe the Sarawakian culture.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been some videos like in West Malaysia where this person was making fun of the Iban dress or whatever in a video.
Yeah.
And that's a person that's never been to Sarawak, and you're saying something stupid like that about something that's very Sarawakian and the identity here.
Yeah.
So then yes, of course that would get cancelled.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe 5 years ago I wouldn't have been able to make these kind of videos, but now after being here for 10 years, like I live here. This is my home now, and I am maybe partially Sarawakian.
You're partially Iban as well. Yeah.
And I feel because of that, I can maybe make these videos.
Yeah. And I'm sure you got this a lot. Niak.
Yeah. Shouted down the longhouse. Niak. Makai.
Hey, Makai, Niak. How about Jansen though? Did they ever try to like say it in Iban? Did I pronounce it correctly? Jansen? Like
in Dutch we would say Jansen.
Jansen. Okay.
But the English version would be like Jansen. In Iban would be maybe like Jinsian. Jinsian. Like you gotta try it out first sometimes, and it's okay. That sounds something like
Jinsian. All right.
Nick Jansen.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you have talked about this, but never mind. I'm just gonna talk it again. Migrating from YouTube to TikTok as a new platform of content creating. Share with us your experience with TikTok so far. Let's go back to the first day of TikTok.
Right. So for the past 2 years, I've focused on YouTube. That's like I want to make YouTube videos, and I was always looking for different ways to get audience to my YouTube channel. And I've used Facebook a lot to share my videos on there. And TikTok was a similar thing. It's like, okay, this is a platform that I can use to bring that audience to, newer audience to my YouTube channel and get, more viewers and followers on YouTube. So I did a few videos initially, which was more like, my name is Nick, I live in Borneo, and this is Borneo or something. And then I saw like highlights of my trips and
documentary style.
Yeah, this was on TikTok, so very short clips of like waterfall and like hiking and like on a trip, which didn't work. I did like maybe 6 or 7 of them, and got 100 views or whatever per video, and I was like, well, okay, this maybe TikTok isn't for me.
Yeah.
We had like 35 followers, and I was like, okay, never mind. And then a couple months later, I was in Dalat, I think, near Muka. And I was making a reel for Instagram because, we're going to update all these like platforms and a little bit of content everywhere.
Right.
So I did a reel, and I was like, why don't I upload this reel to TikTok as well? Because it's the same concept. It's the same kind of video. Yeah. So I did that. And then that went, people viewed that one quite a lot. And then I did one, I ate the live sago worm.
Ooh,
so it's like, okay, I can turn this into like a reel or TikTok as well. So I did, and then came home, and then like a week later, these videos did pretty well, and I got like 5,000 followers in like a couple of days. So it's like, okay, all right. So now it makes more sense, and because you don't make videos to not get views, right? Eventually you want to grow and you want to, get there.
Yeah.
So you have to be consistent, and so once the viewers or the views started coming in, I was like, okay, I can do TikTok now. So then it was more bit of travel stuff, and I think I did a few words in I did this one video in an Iban. So I was like, hello, my name is Nick. I'm from Holland. I speak a little bit Iban. And then in English would be, do you understand what I said? You know, okay, leave a comment, anang malu. Yeah. And that one, you know, kind of went like maybe a little bit viral, got a lot of views and comments, and then got a lot of followers because of that. And it's like, okay, so maybe I should capture the Iban market and the Sarawak market instead of focusing on worldwide market or whatever.
Correct.
So I was like, okay, I'll just focus on the Sarawakian market and do some more Iban videos. And they were very popular. They worked well. It's like, okay, I guess maybe this is my niche then. Like do videos in local languages. And so that's kind of what I do now.
Yeah, I mean that's the beauty.
Kind of how it went.
Yeah, that's the beauty. I wouldn't say a beauty, but this is part of the puzzle of doing content creating. You need to know your target audience.
Yes, that's
but
very
before
important.
this, you're like
figure it out.
Yeah, you figure out along the way. Before this, you're like, okay, I'm just gonna go worldwide and I'm just gonna focus on English, but then it didn't get much of support from people, and then you're like, okay, maybe I just have to like go down deeper, scale down my niche, and go towards the Sarawakian community. And you've got it just right, man, right on the spot where you hit the Ibans, especially because the Ibans here are the majority, so you got it right.
Yeah, there's almost like 2 million Ibans in the world, so it is a big market actually.
Yeah, it is. It is nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's also the algorithm. Like once that works, then TikTok will put you in a corner. It's like, okay, this is your target market now because that works. And sometimes now I make videos in English that I like. It's like I think it's funny, and it don't work. So I kind of put myself in a corner. So I was like, I just have to do content in local languages because that's the only thing that works. I can't do the other things because I won't get views and it doesn't make sense. So that's what I do now. I'm like an Iban content creator.
I'm sure you have a lot of drafts right now on your laptop or wherever, drafts of ideas.
No, actually, I've got a lot of YouTube ideas, but TikTok ideas, they're like little sketches. So it always takes a little bit of thinking. And I mean, sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I've got an idea, and then I'll type it in on my phone.
Wow.
Or I can't sleep at night, and I'm like, okay, and then it just my mind just it goes ding dong, and then it's like whoop, all of a sudden it's like, oh, this is maybe a nice idea, and I'll write it down. I've got something, but yeah, and as I'm doing maybe 2 or 3 videos per week, sometimes that's a lot of ideas you have to do. And on my YouTube side, so I've done it for over 2 years, and it's a video per week. It's a 10-minute video per week, so it's over 130 videos I've done on YouTube. There's 130 topics, and I'm in Kuching. I'm always kind of in Kuching, so it's a bit difficult to travel.
Correct.
So I always need to come up with, okay, what else can I film in Kuching? Like, what other topic can I do? So sometimes it's a bit difficult to come up with fresh ideas.
Correct.
'Cause I've covered so much already. Yeah.
Correct.
So that's always a little bit of a struggle to come up with new ideas. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a struggle as a content creator in Kuching, I can say it that way. Yeah. Damn, I have a question, but I forgot already. It was there in my mind, but
I talk too much, is it?
No. You've talked well. Like you gave me all the points that I wanted to ask, but I kind of forgot. But damn. Okay, one of the question now is, do you run with and do you do this content with anyone as your team? Like, do you do this all your own, or do you have people that helps you out?
I have a couple of good friends that help me out when I need them. Most of it, I do it all on my own. I do editing when I travel, to filming, everything on my own. When I'm in Kuching and I need a friend, I always call my buddy Wilfred. He's been helping me out from the beginning, holding the camera. He's like my cameraman once in a while. When I get paid jobs, I'll ask him to come along, and I'll give him some, some money as well. So we kind of share in that a little bit. And yeah, he's good, and also he really likes it since the beginning that he started helping me out. Like he's looking at how to shoot it differently, and like this is like his little hobby to get become like a better cameraman, and
he has the eyes for it.
And we're both learning how to be better. And when we're out filming, I say, okay, maybe you try this shot, and I walk in there, and he tries that shot. It's like, oh, maybe it doesn't work. Maybe that shot. Oh yeah, cool, okay. And it's like we're learning this together sometimes. So that's maybe once a month you come and help me film, and the rest is me. I edit everything on my own.
What cameras do you use?
I only use a Canon M50.
Nice.
And it's perfect. It's a small is it a DSLR? I don't know what it's called. But it's a small camera, comfortable, and I've got a little tripod, like a small one. So that's like the selfie, handle, and I've got a microphone on top, which is very important. Audio is so important. So I really like your setup here.
Hey, thanks, man.
Good audio, and it's a podcast, so the audio has to be. That's all it is. But yes, audio, and I struggled with that in the beginning when I was doing my YouTube videos. Is getting the audio right. And peaking, and it's so difficult. I don't like doing audio, but it's such a big part of videos. So it's an M50, and I've got a gimbal, so that's when Wilfred helps me out in film. He'll use a gimbal, and slowly adding on more gear here and there. I'm looking at getting a drone maybe. Because again, drone shots will make videos so much better.
Imagine the waterfalls like from top.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then lately, or again over the past years, these drones have become so important to video making. Like you see videos without a drone, it's like okay, it's a nice video, but you see videos with drone shots, as little shots in between or to set the locations. Like bam, okay, now we're there, and it makes it so much better.
True.
So that will be a great improvement. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Hopefully in the future we can see drone shots.
Yeah, just save a little bit of money.
I mean that's the thing about content creating. No, we have a lot of ideas, but this is the thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
money.
Yeah, money. Okay, now I remember my question.
Yeah.
Anang malunya. How did that come about?
Again, like from being in Batangai there, working there, it was one of the lines there, or maybe when having a glass of tuak, it became like that. It's like, yeah, come on, drink anang malunya. It's like have that, just drink it. And I think it came from there, or maybe some of my Iban friends here. I don't actually know where it came from.
It just went.
Well, I started using it from that video I said where I said a little bit in Iban that I'm Nick, I'm from Holland, and that was one of the TikTok videos. And I told them, like, okay, you share this video and leave a comment. Don't be shy to do that. Please do. And I was like, okay, I put it in Iban. So that's kind of how I started using it. And then people started commenting that, anang malu, they're commenting that. So it's like, okay, this is a cool tagline, and I use that. And I actually printed some T-shirts. So I'm selling the T-shirts now. Say, I forgot to wear it today.
We should
next
use
time.
this now. Next time.
Next one we're doing.
Fingers crossed. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, why not, man?
Yeah. Okay, Nick.
Yo.
Out of all the places you have visited, what are the best memories you never forget while content creating? The best
memories?
Yeah, the best memories out of all the places you have visited.
Oh, of place. So like nicest places I filmed that. Or
Yeah.
Well, I went to Barrio last year, and it was for another film project. And Barrio was really nice, and it was my first time there. And we were riding a motorcycle up from Miri all the way to Barrio, on this crazy road through, the thickest jungle in Borneo. It's a beautiful road all the way up to Barrio. And that experience of riding this motorcycle on my own and on this gravel and there's mountains, there's valleys, there's everything. And it's like a bit scary because you got to go a bit fast because we had to be somewhere. But it's such a powerful feeling to, ride through Borneo. And it was Barrio. Barrio is such a nice place. Along the way, we were at Long San, and we went to see the Three Sisters waterfalls, which are the most beautiful waterfalls I've ever seen. It's like you coming in, and it's this huge opening, and there's these three waterfalls coming down into this lake, and it's so beautiful. Another cool trip I did was this was many years ago before I was filming. Is to the Julan waterfall at Usun Apau, also like deep in Borneo, which I believe is the tallest waterfall in all of Malaysia. It's not official, but I think it is. And other things, it's like I really like exploring these new areas in the deep jungle and seeing these crazy waterfalls and mountains. Those are like my most memorable travel experiences. Yeah.
Nice. I'm not ashamed to say this, but you have traveled more places than I do as a Sarawakian, man. I'm like,
yeah, I think so. But that's also because, well, for the past 10 years, I've been in tourism. So I work I sell tours, I sell tour packages throughout Malaysia for European travelers mainly. When they come down, I organize everything for them. So it's my job to know all these different places in Malaysia, and preferably I should have visited them because I'm selling these destinations, so I should know where these people are going to, firsthand.
You have to know your market
Exactly
before you're selling.
Yeah, and so know your product, right? And I just love exploring.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I think I travel more than the average local here.
Yeah.
It's interest, right? I'm not from here, so it's not my backyard. And Sarawak is very different than the Netherlands.
Yeah, different.
And I don't know that much about the Netherlands as I know about Sarawak, because I choose to be here and I choose to explore here. And when you're born somewhere, it's not really a choice to be there because that's just your home country.
Yeah.
It's maybe not that interesting as other countries.
Yeah.
So I think that's another reason, I guess.
Okay. So, Nick, I have this conversation with a few of my friends about there were 5 of us. So I throw this question to them. Okay, would you rather, if you have 5,000 ringgit, would you rather travel to Indonesia in any districts of Indonesia, or would you go to Barrio with 5,000 ringgit? And all these 4 people answered they would go to Indonesia. But I am the only guy that says, let's go to Barrio with 5,000, man. I'm sure you know a lot of things there. You discover a lot of things there. So for you have been to Barrio.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell these guys to go to Barrio instead of going to Indonesia? I don't know. I'm just
you need my help to convince them.
Yes, convince them.
Well, I don't even know if I'm convinced. No, Barrio is really such a different kind of place in Sarawak.
Right.
It's unlike any place in the world. The people are very different and peaceful. It's they're living so far away from
Highlanders.
they live in the highlands and so far away from the big cities, and they just live a very chilled life. They work very hard, getting their rice and harvesting their pineapples and stuff. They work very hard. And the temperature is like a lot cooler at night, especially. During the day it can get very hot, like anywhere else, like 30 degrees, but around 4 or 5 o'clock the temperature really drops to maybe like 25, 24, which is a big difference. It's like 6-7 degrees cooler, and at night it could even go down to like 16, 8 or 17 degrees. So it's really nice and cool. I wouldn't say cold,
just cool.
but if you're used to 30 degrees every day, then 22, 23 degrees is a big difference. And there's such amazing jungle around there. Great hikes from there. You could climb the tallest mountain in Sarawak. And the food. I mean, the food is so good. The Barrio rice. Yeah. It's again something different, and the Barrio salt, which I really like.
Barrio salt.
They make their own salt there. And it's different than normal salt. It's not as salty, I guess, and it's like chunky, and it enhances the flavor of wherever you put it in. And of course, all these pineapple and pineapple tarts, pineapple jam, pineapple this, and
everything pineapple.
Nice. Yeah, a lot of that. So many pineapples there. They've got the pineapple fest, Pesta Nukunen.
Pesta Nukunen. Yeah.
Like a couple 2 weeks ago, maybe?
Yeah. You went there?
I haven't been. No, I've always been wanting to go, but it's so difficult to find flights, and you then have to drive in because there's limited flights and limited seats. So they're already booked like 6-7 months ahead.
I see.
Next time I'd like to go. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So to my 4 friends who still not convinced about going to Barrio, I think he has wrapped it up all well. Let's go to Barrio.
I think you should do both. You should go to Barrio and maybe then after go to Indonesia a year later, whatever.
Yeah. Have you been?
I've been to Indonesia, a long time ago when I was 11, and me and the wife, we went just before the pandemic. We were very lucky. We booked and we went in January, and then 2 months later we were locked down. So we went to Bali.
Nice.
Bali was nice. And I'd love to go to Indonesia and explore more, because there's so many islands, so many cities, so many places, so much to see there. So I just like to go down there again and travel through, I guess.
Nice.
So yes, Indonesia is also nice.
Wanna go both, right? Go Barrio first,
and pick one, right?
Yeah. True. Okay, interesting. Okay, Nick. How do you see yourself in probably 5 years from now? I don't know, probably as the tourism ambassador of Sarawak, maybe. Fingers crossed.
Well, I'm not looking for titles.
Yeah.
But I'd appreciate if these were given to me.
Yeah, why not?
How do I see myself in 5 years? I don't know, because things are going so fast and things are moving. Ideally, like, I have this dream of I would love to have a piece of land here. With my wife, we were maybe looking at buying a piece of land on a river, and whether we would live there, permanently, probably not. Maybe have a house in Kuching, and have a piece of land where we could go on the weekends and see our son grow up there, and do nice things in the weekends. And maybe to build a little holiday home or something.
Nice.
And I really hope that we can spend more time in Europe. Maybe 3, maybe 4 months in a year, or 2 to 3 months a year spent in Europe. Because I want my son to also see Europe and understand that is where his dad is from, and he should have that as well. And again, Europe is so nice, and that's not only the Netherlands. So my parents have a house in France, so they spend a lot of time there, and it's such a beautiful area, and the food again is so nice. So I'd like to be able to spend 2 to 3 months per year with my family in Europe, and then the rest here in Sarawak. So that's kind of where I see us location-wise in 5 years. And besides that, I'm getting back into tourism, so that's something I will probably do for the rest of my life.
Nice.
And I can do that online, so I can do that in Europe. I can do that anywhere. So I'll definitely be doing tourism, organizing tours, and I'll probably still do content. I don't know how big or small or whatever that would be. Something like that. Kind of what I'm doing now, because I really like what I'm doing now. Yeah. And I'll happily do that for another 5 years.
Yeah, nice. Okay, Nick. I've this question's been asked a lot of times, and I do not know how to answer them because I've never experienced it. But as a content creator in YouTube, right? How much do you get paid?
On YouTube, you get about US dollar per every 1,000 views.
Okay.
So let's say a video has 10,000 views.
So you get $10.
That is $10. And they look at all of your videos. So I've got 130 videos up there. And let's say they look at the last month. So let's say in July, I got 100,000 views altogether from all my videos in that month, and then it'd be like roughly $100 then. Something like that. That's how it works.
Okay.
But this is ad money. So it's the ads that pop
money.
up that's where you get the money. So roughly $1 per 1,000 views. It's about what, 3 ringgit 50, something like that.
Have you gotten paid for TikTok though?
On TikTok here in Malaysia, you cannot get paid from videos, from your content. Only in the US and Canada, they have this TikTok creator fund, where the ad money goes in there and they split that over the creators. Malaysia, you can't get it. The only way to make money in Malaysia on TikTok is to go live. And people donate. Basically, they send you a sticker or whatever, and they donate money to you. But I don't do live.
You don't do live?
I did it when I was first on TikTok. I was like, oh, it's all happening. I was like super excited. Okay, I have to do this live stuff. But it's all the same questions. It's always the same questions.
Is it worth it?
And it's sitting there, and if I'd be able to make a lot of money from it, it's like, why not? But you're online for an hour and you maybe make 4 ringgit, 5 ringgit, or whatever. It's not worth it.
Not worth it.
Body wise, and I do so many other things already, and live, I'm not. It's not really my thing.
How about Facebook though? Are you active? Yeah, you're active on Facebook, right? Or
but it's sharing my other videos. I don't create content on Facebook, so I'll share my YouTube videos there. I'll share whatever the video I did on TikTok. I'll also put it on Facebook, and that's about it.
Yeah. But you gain more traction through YouTube and TikTok, right?
Yeah, and Facebook is just a little platform to update on what's happening on these platforms. So it's YouTube and, well, I guess now TikTok.
Nice.
Instagram. Not really. I just put my TikTok videos on Instagram as well. That's it. Same. Okay.
Okay, Nick. I'm sure there are a lot of content creators out there hopefully they're watching this podcast, So, yeah, probably have some words of advice to them, to the inspiring.
For the up and coming or the younger content creators.
Yeah.
It's there's a couple of things. It's consistency is key.
Correct, dude.
You have to, if you're creating content, you have to regularly upload. When I started, I told myself I need to do this once a week. I'm gonna upload every week, and that's what I've been doing for 2 years. Maybe I missed once, but then a couple days later I uploaded another video. It's just to make sure that I've had a video for that week. And that's key. And even in the beginning, you're not getting a lot of views and whatever, before you get your traction. But you just keep doing it. And number 2 is finding your niche. It's finding your market, and especially in the beginning, you try out what works, what doesn't work, and keep track of the ones that work, and then focus on kind of those kind of content that work for your market, and where you get good feedback on videos or whatever content you're creating. It's like, okay, stick to that and understand your market, right? It's like, what do they want? Because you create content for your viewers. I love making videos, but in the end, it's for the viewers. It's for other people to watch and hopefully enjoy. So it's understanding your market, be consistent, and have fun. It should never become a job.
Correct.
You should never feel. You can feel a little bit stressed, like, okay, I need to come up with some content, but it should always be fun. You should always just enjoy it, and that's why your niche should be something very close to you. So come up with your own hobby. What do you really like doing?
Correct.
And create content around that, because then it never gets boring.
Correct.
So that's kind of the advice that I would give people.
Yeah, nice. I'm sure you get a lot of burnouts as well along the way. Like, you're running out of ideas. Like, you're juicing up your brain, but you just couldn't find the ideas. Like, how do you cope with that, man?
Yeah. That's a good question. It's like, how do you deal with that? So I've got a bunch of friends and my wife, and I'll talk to my wife. It's like, hey, what else is there to film about? Do you have any idea? Or my friends would say, it's like, oh, maybe you should do something about this, and then ideas will come. And don't force it. If you don't have an idea, okay, then just give it a rest, and then come try and think about it again the next day, or do something else. Clear your mind. And that's how you do it. Just talk to friends and family, and or watch other like videos and get ideas through that. So if I'm looking for a new TikTok idea, I'll scroll through TikTok, and then maybe I see a funny video, and I would stitch that. I'll do a reaction to it, or as if that person I'm talking to that person, whatever. There's so much you can do. So. Yeah, if you have a bit of a block or a writer's block or content creating block,
correct.
Then go see what other people do.
Yeah, I mean, use TikTok as your concept, right? You see other other contents, like using that as a concept, like, oh, I think this is doable. It hits market, so probably I'll try it here.
Yeah, and just make it your own. Don't copy too much.
Correct.
But it's okay to do a similar video as other people are doing.
Yeah,
so, there's no problem with that. Just make it your own.
Yeah. I mean, originality, make it that as a trademark.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's difficult to be really original. I mean, so it's okay to copy an idea or redo the idea. Yeah. So the same as the video I did with the English names in Gibbon. Yeah. I saw someone else do it, and honestly, that's where I kind of got the idea to make it into this kind of video. So they did it differently, and then I put my own spin on it, and it's new content in a way. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Nick, that was the last question, man.
Whoa, this is it?
Too bad.
Come up with some more questions, man. I like this. I like hanging out here.
Yeah, man. I enjoy the conversations that we're having.
Room, it's nice color. Aircon's on. That's nice.
Yeah, aircon's on. Coffee as well with lemang.
Coffee's good.
Yeah, man. Okay, I have this question. Short-term goals for next year. What would it be?
Short-term goals, just to be more happy. I have more fun.
Nice.
I think that's good. That's the right answer. Yeah. No, it's good. What I want to do is I want to keep doing this. I want to keep having fun. For me personally, I need to, because during COVID, I realized that you can't have all your eggs in one basket. You need to have multiple ways of earning money and whatever. So Then I started doing a lot of things, and some of them worked, some of them didn't. But now, a lot of them kind of work. So I've probably don't have enough time to do all these things. So I need to figure out, okay, where am I going to focus on? Am I going to focus more on content creating and my tourism, which probably yes, and then maybe lower down on other things. So yeah, hopefully in the coming year I would figure that out and be a bit less restless, because I've got so many things. I kind of want to streamline it a bit more and keep growing, and doing maybe some more merchandise and get that going, like selling T-shirts.
Yeah.
And
What do you want to promote that your shirt here? Yeah.
Oh, just follow me on TikTok. You'll find it. Yeah. So it's just be happy. What about you? How do you see?
How do you see myself?
Yeah.
In a year.
Yeah. And you can also say like goals and like whatever, like what numbers would you like?
Okay.
You get to set some goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got this challenge from a friend saying that, Barry, here's a challenge for you. Before the year ends 2022, I want you to hit 20 episodes for your podcast. And now you are on my 10th episode. So hopefully I can get 10 more episodes before the year ends. So I don't know what's the price for the challenge, but fingers crossed, hopefully it's something that's...
Create a beer.
Yeah. 2 crates, please.
At least.
Yeah. 1 crate for 10 episodes, so 20 episodes, 2 crates. Kidding. Next year, probably more.
So that's within this year. So it's August now. That's before the end of the year. So you got another 4 months to do that.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully, dude. 20 episodes. I'm like, now 10.
So another 10. That's
I need
okay.
another 10.
So it's 10.
Fingers crossed.
10 weeks.
Hopefully.
Can do.
Hopefully, man.
So who else do you plan on interviewing? Do you have any like other people that you'd really like to have on your show?
I have a lot of people to have on my show, because I mean the thing about us in Kuching, right? We have a lot of talents. We have a lot of people that have interesting stories, incredible stories.
Yep.
But they don't have the avenue to share it to the other masses out there.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the aim of my podcast, is where I want people to come to my podcast and just share about your stories, man.
Yep.
But to have, who do I want next episode? I don't know, man.
The governor.
Sorry?
The governor.
Oh, damn, no. I don't want to be so political.
No political.
No political
guys.
Yeah. I mean,
That
I'm just
better.
here to have fun and just chill out.
Yeah. So like, is it more about content creators? Or just any? Like a policeman. Could a policeman come up here? Like talking about what kind of work that is?
Yeah. I want to talk to average Joes out there. Like, for example, hopefully I'll get someone who got him or herself away from cancer, who survived cancer, something like that. Stories like that.
Yeah.
Inspiring stories that could inspire people out there. That's the aim. That's the goal of my podcast.
That's cool.
Apart from that, content creators, influencers, come to my show. Let's talk about it, man. The ups and downs, the highs and lows. Yeah. You could post all the things, the greatness on your Instagram, but people will never know what's the story behind it. So
that's true. Yep.
This is the podcast is all about. Let's talk about everything from A to Z, not just the A, but let's go straight up from A to Z.
Wow, I feel inspired, man. It's like you're so dedicated. I like it. It's really good. Man, so but you have that. You've got that, feeling for it. So it's gonna go.
Thanks,
you'll grow, and it's gonna good. I like the concept. Yeah.
Thanks.
And another 10 episodes this year. No problem. You can do it.
Fingers crossed.
If you need me again, you just let me know.
Yeah, man. Probably you can collab or something.
Yeah, whatever. Anything. Always.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, I have a question before we wrap things up. What do you do besides content creating as a father? What else do you do? Carpentry, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
We have a wood workshop on Carpenter Street. We need a friend run it. But like I said, like these days, I unfortunately don't have a lot of time for it. So we have a carpentry shop. We make furniture like tables, chairs, stools, whatever the client wants. Then at least a day a week, I'll film my YouTube and edit. So it's like a day and a half. Then besides that, a TikTok video here and there. And I'm getting back in tourism.
Nice.
So I used to
you're going back to tourism?
Yeah, so
Nice.
that's all starting as well. So I gotta update all my content, all my write-ups and stuff, and I'm in contact with my agents in Europe and trying to set that all up, so I can start receiving requests again and start organizing tours. So and that's kind of what I'm quite busy with now, just get that all up and running now after the borders are open again.
Yeah.
And besides that, usually in the evenings I'm at home with my wife and our son. And on the weekends, we try to relax a little bit.
Yeah.
So later on, going to the beach. We got a birthday party of one of our friends' kids. So he's gonna hang out at the beach and maybe like some chill time on Sunday.
Woohoo.
And these days I do quite a lot of other film projects as well. So next week I'll be going to Miri, Bakun, Sungai Sap, and Muka 5 days. So it's filming.
For your content?
It's not for mine. It's for some TV show.
Nice.
For under another production company.
Mm-hmm.
And like last month I was in Kuala Lumpur for another film gig. I was in a TV commercial.
Nice.
Something like that. So I get these requests because of my content. It's out there and people they find me and they know that I live in Malaysia. So I get quite a number of requests to do little promo videos for whatever
Nice
companies. So it's good. Yeah.
I mean, good to see you growing, man, from the small humble YouTube videos, from a few views to where you're at now, the accolades that you have achieved. I mean, congratulations on that, man.
Thank you. Yeah. And you'll get there. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks, man. I need that a lot. The burnout and stuff like that. Sometimes I'm like, is it even worth it to do it? But I've seen the soul growing, right? I've seen the fruits growing. Yeah.
And just look at your comments and how people are responding to it. That's what should keep you going.
I only have 2 comments, so
whatever. I'll go and share your stuff. And no, it's good. And I like what you're doing. And
thanks, man.
Yeah, and also your market is probably Kuching people and Sarawak people. And podcasts are not really big here.
Yeah, correct.
So that's something that you'll have to struggle with to get outside of that.
Yeah.
But is there any other content that you would like to create? I mean, you do your podcast. Is there any other kind of stuff?
I don't know, man. I haven't ventured and dabbled into other contents yet.
Would you like to vlog and stuff or?
Vlogs, huh? Okay, the thing about me is that I hate to explain things. It's because I'm just bad in explaining things. I like to ask questions more. I like to get to know people.
Right.
I like to meet new people.
So you like to be the interviewer, yeah?
Exactly.
And then get the information out of people.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So that's my style. Probably vlogging. Like, hey, what you doing? I'm just asking questions and probably that will work out as well.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I just need to dabble and see other.
But you have a full-time job, do you?
Yes. I have a full-time job.
Yeah.
So this is only on weekends. I only record things on weekends, and that's about it.
Yeah, just keep going and just have fun with it. I mean, don't feel the stress of having to do episodes and
correct.
It's sure this doing 20 by the end of the year is nice, but it shouldn't push you. It
Yeah,
shouldn't stress you out, right? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And don't do these ones and rush them and not have fun anymore later on. Just have fun. I mean, this is nice, and then just chill, and later on you edit your video, and it's good. You have fun. It's a nice day.
Yeah,
that's what it should be for you.
Yeah.
It should be a fun day.
I mean, at the end of the day, content creating is all about enjoying things that you're doing, the contents that you're doing, enjoying it. Don't let it stress you out, because if it stresses you out, it's gonna be more like a duty, more than a creative kind of work.
Yeah, it becomes a job, and jobs get boring and tiresome.
Yeah. So that wraps up the show with myself and Nick Jansen.
Nick Jansen.
Thanks for
having me, man. This is really nice.
I mean, thank you for saying yes to my email, because literally at the morning I was like, I'm gonna shoot my shot, man. If he wants it, then yes. If it's a no, then it's alright as well. But thank God he said yes. I'm like, is this for real?
Yeah, why not? I like this. I got your email. It's like, well, yeah, I'd like to do a podcast. I've also been thinking about maybe doing podcasts in the future.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to see your setup and see how it works. And this is nice. And it's always nice to just talk and meet new people.
Nice. Yeah,
so
man.
Thanks for having me. This is good.
Yeah. So to all new viewers out there, where can we find you on social media, man? This camera.
It's Global Gibbon. Just type in Global Gibbon on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, wherever. Pinterest? No Pinterest.
No Pinterest. LinkedIn.
Yeah, it's probably LinkedIn. MySpace.
Those were the days, man.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's Global Gibbon everywhere. It's just Global Gibbon.
Nice.
I'm the same everywhere. Yeah.
All right.
Simple.
Okay. So that's the end of the show with Nick Jansen from Global Gibbon. Sorry, a little messed up there. Nick Gibbon. So that's the 10th episode. You can check us out on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, and just type the barryanakbarim podcast, and you can check out other episodes that I've recorded with my interesting guests as well. So this is it for the 10th episode, and I will see you in the next video.
Bye.
Ciao.